One of the best things about all of these shows being on with the Star Trek various varieties of them and the Orville and Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're not going to have a bad week. At least one of them is going to be real good, and this week it's the Orville. We'll talk about it in a second. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and the Orville, Mortality Paradox is the name of this episode. Now, we have noted that they are going more in kind of horror movie tropes in order to do New Horizons, and I have to say that the barren planet of Naran 1 is kind of a puzzle to them and to us as they come in and they know that it is a barren planet. It has been a barren planet that has been approached by many Union ships, and yet they see a massive population there, a 25th century industrialization that should not be there. And when they shuttle down, they find not a massive population, but a great big wooded area, which also should not be there. And the more they go along, they find things that are more paradoxical. They go from the woods into a high school, from the high school into an aircraft. They go from an aircraft into a morgue. They go from that into a lake with a raft. They're going from one thing to the other, and it gave me kind of feelings of Talos 4. And yet it wasn't. And what it turned out to be, which is the twist at the end that I'm not going to give you, is one that we might have seen coming if we thought about previous seasons on the Orville. Things that have happened in previous seasons have led to this particular encounter. And the reasoning for them is different than what we could have expected as well. And the source of this problem is different than what we could have expected before. There was a very good twist at the end and an explanation of it all, and everything ended okay. But we saw more of the resentment from the new ensign to Isaac as to whether he could be counted on to make studied judgments, because he could have a glitch in his programming that might lead them into trouble with the Kalons. Things like this have gone on. We see most of the bridge crew on the planet, and so Commander Lamar is in command, and it shows his command abilities, which are quite good. In the first season, he was just kind of a slacker, and then he's promoted to chief engineer, and he's become much more of a well-rounded character and a very responsible individual as well. We have two places in here where we think things have gone back to normal, but they haven't. And it's a most intriguing show, and honestly the best I've seen this week. Compare it with Strange New Worlds, which was still a good episode, with Obi-Wan, which is also a good episode, but this one was very expertly written. You couldn't find where it was going to go, although that you would suspect something all along, and they clue it in all along. They're saying, well, we think it's this, but it can't be. And the fact is that everything can be in science fiction. So a well-written show. I recommend it to you. It's episode 3 of the Orville, Mortality Paradox. Please leave some comments in the comments below, and we'll read them, respond to them. And also don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you know when the next video is coming your way. We also have, as we mentioned, reviewed Strange New Worlds this week. Also a good one called The Serene Squall we recommend. And Chapter 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. They're all right here on this channel, so look them up if you can. So until next time, don't go far.